Never abolish the commandments of the Lord, your God. As a Christian, the words of Jesus in Matthew 5 verses 17 to 19 are a source of inspiration and guidance. In this poem, we will explore the message of these verses and the power of the law and the prophets in our lives today. Through vivid imagery and thought-provoking language, we will reflect on the importance of keeping God's commandments and the rewards of doing so. We will also consider the consequences of disregarding God's will and the implications of this for our faith. By understanding the timeless truth of these words, we can gain a greater appreciation for the power of the law and the prophets and the impact they have on our lives today. Self-reflection: do you follow His commandments? Do you think that only grace will protect you without your contributions? Do you think Jesus destroys the laws and the prophets? How reliable are you in the eyes of God? The law and prophets, Jesus did not come to destroy, but to fulfill and bring to light the truth we should employ. Every letter and stroke of a letter, he says, will remain, until all is accomplished according to God's divine plan. To abolish even the least of these commandments, and teach others to do so, is to face God's judgment. For those who keep and teach them shall be great, in the kingdom of heaven, they shall have a high estate. Let us not take the commandments of God for granted, but keep them with all our might, as they were commanded. For in them, we find the path to righteousness and peace, and in keeping them, our faith in God shall never cease. May we be like Jesus, fulfilling the law and the prophets, and teaching others to do the same, for that is the gospel's optics. For in doing so, we shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven, and our joy shall be full, for we have obeyed the commandments given. Don't think I'm here to break the law. I'm here to show you what it's for. Every letter and every stroke must not be broken, no matter what's been spoke. Don't go against the grain, it won't be wise to abolish the least of these commands. For if you do, you won't be seen as great in the kingdom of heaven, that much is keen. For heaven and earth will pass away, but the law will forever stay. Follow it and you will be great. In the kingdom of heaven, this is your fate. So keep the law and teach it true. That's what will bring you honor in view. And when you do, you'll be a star in the kingdom of heaven. That's who you are. Whoever abolishes one of the least of these commandments will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. They may think they are wise, but what is the cost? For those who ignore God's holy law are lost. Those who teach others to do the same are in for a rude awakening. It's not a game. The Lord's love is great, but His wrath is fierce. And so, all who break His laws will get what's deserved. Heaven is a place of joy, beauty and peace, where all will kneel before His throne and will never cease. Those who take away His commandments will be cast aside. For in His kingdom the least will not abide. Key points: our God is a spoken being. If God speaks, it will be preserved eternally. And, surprisingly, He Himself will honor and respect His own word in front of everyone. He must keep His word once He has made a commitment. He is a God of truth and honesty. Although heaven and earth will one day disappear, the commandments will endure forever. Let's strive to follow His commandments with the help of the Holy Spirit. Matthew 5 verses 17 to 19, Do not think that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. I have not come to destroy them but to fulfill them. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not one tiny letter or one stroke of a letter will pass away from the law until all takes place. Therefore whoever abolishes one of the least of these commandments and teaches people to do so will be called least in the kingdom of heaven, but whoever keeps them and teaches them, this person will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 19 verse 17, Leb, and he said to him, Why are you asking me about what is good? There is one who is good. But if you want to enter into life, keep the commandments. Leviticus 5 verse 17, If a person when he sins violates one from all of Yahweh's commands that should not be violated, but he did not know. Then he is guilty and he shall bear his guilt.